Let's talk about the episode. Let's talk about the episode. So we got a whole lot of mess to talk about. We got a whole lot of mess to unpack, and we got a whole lot of extra stuff going on. First off, I like how Vivian kind of told on Philip about that forging of that letter. The only part I hate about the whole situation is that Sarah should have used this opportunity in this time to tell on her own self. Once Philip said he not telling on her, and it was all me and Vivian, now I was like, oh my God, Sarah finna get away with it yet again. Sarah, you on to making this situation 10 times more worse for yourself. If you don't go ahead and tell that man what he need to know, why he upset and angry, it's only making it worse. So why you sitting there like a deer caught in the headlights. Like I said, you need to calm down, and that would be a way to calm you down. Because I'm not understanding how this secret came out and you scot free sitting back there with your eyes all bugged out, thinking that you done got away with something. I do think Philip kind of feel bad the way he did it. Him and Xander was getting along. They was acting like brothers and family and all that. You can tell that hurt Xander to the core. That, you know, they was getting along. They got the mirror where they taking over the mirror. And all that jazz. Now that it's just Xander, a whole lot of mystery to go down. I mean, Philip was there to stop Xander for doing something crazy. Oh, Xander finna do everything crazy now. And Sarah, while you thinking you in the scot-free and the clear, you're not. You're not. Just, it's only a matter of time because somebody tell on you. I'm just not understanding why you won't go ahead and tell on your own self and go ahead and get what you gonna get. Whether that be a cold bed without Xander, whether he kick you out for a few weeks or a month, or when he decide to get back with you or whatever. I'm not understanding why you won't go ahead and tell. I was hoping and praying Philip would tell on you, but unfortunately I didn't get my wish, so I'm kind of pissed about that. Anyway though, Vivian, you talking about it's not about the money, it's about the principle. It's about the money for you, hon. You could not wait another second or another day or another hour without getting your fortune. That was your main vocal point and your main point of I need to be in the Kiriakis mansion. And that's why everybody wanted you out, including Maggie. You basically blackmailed yourself in that mansion for how long? For an hour. And then you got kicked out because Philip said you got to go. So I'm not understanding why you said, when you was talking to Philip and told him that I told Xander about our dealings and that letter being forged, then you gonna tell him, oh, it's not about the money, it's about the principle, and basically you lied to me. Stuff like that do take time, even though I do think Philip was kind of stalling you or whatever, but he could have did it as fast as he could have did it, but he didn't. Philip wasn't really stunning that or worried about no money. He was trying to get the mirror and get that in order. But anywho though, Vivian came in and did her dirty work and, you know, basically told on her and Philip. And then on top of it, I thought the Gabby and the Stephen thing was gonna come out too, but apparently it's not coming out. Vivian decided to hold on to that, say she not holding any grudges against Gabby. Basically, she got what she want. Basically, you know, forged the divorce papers, Stephen out of town, being kidnapped by Vivian. I don't know why he haven't ran back to town yet or whatever, but whatever that situation, he'll be back eventually. Rafe, you wanted to cheat. Let's be honest and let's be real here. You wanted to cheat like Seven said. You wanted to cheat. You did. You wanted some get back and some comeback, and you got it. Unfortunately for you, that blast was deceiving your eyes and you thought it was something else besides asking Sean questions. You decided to jump to, oh, she's still sleeping with Sean. So Sammy come over. Of course, she wanted another round. Who wouldn't want another round with their ex-husband? So you basically gave Sammy a piece, and basically your excuses are falling on deaf ears at this point. You wanted to cheat, let's be honest and let's be real here. You wanted to cheat, Jada cheated on you. You was pissed off at her for no reason at all. And to Gabby, Sammy, all of them was telling you you can't really blame the girl because she didn't know nothing about this man. Even though she suspected it, she didn't prove anything. And you looking at the point that she slept with another man, not realizing that that woman went through some duress and had to deal with a whole lot, including getting embarrassed at her wedding, that it was supposed to be so-called you, but not you. You got to understand that woman was pure embarrassed. If I was embarrassed like her too, and I had a warm, comfortable shoulder like Sean to lay my head on, who wouldn't do it? That don't mean you go out, see a blouse on the couch, oh, she's still sleeping with Sean, and go off and do what you want to do. Now, you supposed to be pissed at her, she pissed at you, and now you got to make up for cheating on her. That woman thought her life was over. Even though I'm not making excuses for Jada, in her shoes and her situation, she knew nothing about this man. Basically, like they said, you needed to cut her some slack in the break. Talk about you need some time. Yeah, you got your time. Got red under Sammy real quick. And then better eye. And then you laying in the bed getting caught by Harvey and Leo and Gabby. Coming out all smile, laugh, and giggles. Like you ain't do nothing wrong. Like I said, even if she was sleeping with Sean again, you don't go sleep under the next warm body. You wanted that. You wanted revenge. And you wanted payback. That's plain and simple as it is. You wanted that and you got that. And now look at you. The roles reversed. You supposed to be the one mad, but now she mad at you because you let a blouse get you in trouble. Besides asking questions, you jumped to the wrong conclusion and thought that she was still sleeping with Sean, not realizing that that woman ain't had nowhere else to go. Yeah, she might be at Sean's house, but whatever. You let a blouse on the sofa get you in a whole lot of hot water. Like I said, Ref, I don't feel sorry for you. I like you and I love you, but you is a cheater. You is a cheater, and you wanted to cheat. You wanted that get back and that comeback, and you got it. Now look at you. You might as well go ahead and go on with Sammy to Italy. That's about your best bet. Then again, Jada might end up forgiving you, so I wouldn't, but she gonna end up forgiving you, so whatever. Who done it? Now, Gabby, I got a bone to pick with you, Miss Thing. We not gonna sit around and pretend that you some innocent poor victim, that you some innocent poor, you don't do nothing wrong type of person. That plan with Julie Hard, that was enough for me. Setting Lee up to the point where he wanted to do something to you, and then he ended up dead thanks to that crazy woman, that was all on you. So we not going to pretend like you ain't never pulled the gun out on somebody, played with somebody hard to blow it up, played around with Lee, even though Lee finally got over you and moved on, you played with him even more to get what you want. Your blackmailing, pulling out guns, all this and all that. Like, Gabby, let's not pretend. JJ was just doing his job. He was going to protect you regardless, well, the best way he could. But still, you sounded like a total hypocrite up there. You accusing me of doing this? Why would I be so dumb and so stupid? You done dumb and stupid things in the past. What's stopping you now? Your company might be up or down at this point. You don't think that's enough to pull the crazy out of you once again? So you sit up there accusing JJ of abusing his power and all this and acting like you innocent even though you don't have an alibi. I'm not understanding why you was giving EJ. I'm not understanding why you was giving JJ so much pushback acting like you some innocent flower, some innocent victim, like you haven't done anything crazy, committed crime, even though you done been to prison 3 times, or 2 times. I think it's 3. But I might think it's 2. Them prison stints ain't teach you nothing. They didn't, cause you wouldn't have went back the second time. Like I said, Gary, let's not pretend like you some innocent, some little innocent fragile flower because you're not. Let's not go there. And another thing, if this don't learn you to get your company from under the mirror and run your own company as a solo company, I don't know what's going to teach you that. But you hard-headed, so you going to let it stay right there. Now you involved in something that you shouldn't be involved in, a hostile takeover. And now your company might be up and it might be stuck for you. And now you looking crazy that you about to get harassed by Xander. And Xander can kick you out and getting a whole new person to run Gabby. Like I said, Gabby, you gonna learn one of these days. Hopefully you will learn sooner rather than later. I howled it out there. But you gonna learn sooner rather than later, I hope. You're not. But Gabby, get yourself together. Yeah, she tripped me out acting like she's some innocent, fragile flower. Like I wouldn't do something so dumb. You done a lot of dumb stuff over the past. That's not included in the dumb stuff you wouldn't do. Like I said, I'm not defending Julian playing with that woman's heart, but you did way too much in the past. Your sick version of revenge, like the whole Lee thing, not defending him neither. Basically playing with that man to the man was getting therapy, trying to get himself right, and here you come up here messing with that man all over again, trying to get the mirror. Like I said, Gabby, you done a whole lot of sick puppy stuff in your past, and I'm not understanding why you sit up there pretending like you ain't did nothing crazy, that somebody can put their eye on you or question where you was when this was happening and where this was going down. There's a point that you tried it with JJ, trying to act like you were so innocent and like you wouldn't do nothing wrong. That was the part that was killing me about the whole situation. Now, Trash, you kind of effed up giving Ava that gun. Now, Ava might have not shot him. It's yet to be determined. But giving her, like they said, that woman that gun, you shouldn't have done that. Even though you were just helping a friend out, if she would have shot Crazy, you and Ava would have both went going down for that. Because you gave her the gun. And Ava basically had the means and the opportunity to do her big one. Like I said, if I was Ava, I would have done my big one when it came to that woman. She when she would have stabbed me in my hand, that would have been her last big one, in my opinion. And when Trash would have gave me that gun, I would have done my big one, aka scared the hell out of her for she wouldn't come try this mess again. That's what I would have done. But that's just me though. Basically, Sammy talked to Johnny, and basically she told Kay and Roman that she don't blame them for telling the truth about what happened with Johnny Cassidy, about the whole EJ and the raping the thingamajiggy. So, damn. Kristen finally out. Kristen was held for her 24 hours. Well, less than 24 hours, I think. She finally get out. She runs straight to the mirror. Xander basically trying to kick her out. She pulls a gun out on Xander. Xander not having none of that. At first, you can see that he was about to give in to her demands. And I guess Homeboy thought about it and realized, why is I falling for this woman's demands? Let me go ahead and switch it on up for her. Then she tried to switch it out, talking about being allies and being working together and all this and all that. Then Xander brought up the sermon, how Kristen basically played all over there, and if it wasn't for Brady, they probably would have never got that serum, and Sarah probably wouldn't be walking now. So basically, it was a whole lot of Kristen flopping around in water trying to save her company, and basically it didn't get nowhere. Basically, Chanel worried sick, worried about Johnny, suspect Johnny of doing it, but she won't really come out and say it. She just concerned and worried about Johnny and if he involved in this murder case, well, attempted murder case. And basically, I don't know why she won't go ahead and ask him. I mean, he had all the means and opportunity after this story came out. And I mean, I can see him pulling it, but not really like that. But I don't know why Chanel won't go ahead and talk to him and ask him, did he do it? Then we got Orpheus over here. Are we close to the end with this whole John rat race? Are we almost done? Has Orpheus finally was them Orpheus final scenes? Because at this point, it's a whole lot of mess, and it's a whole lot going on, and it's a whole lot playing in my face going around, and it's a whole lot we know the truth, they ain't recasting John. And basically, this little rat racer, can we find John on time and make sure he's safe and sound? I'm sick of it at this point. And Orpheus basically lied to them. They caught on to it. Then he left a note on Marlena, what is that, her nurse's bag or whatever that was, telling her to come back along because he wanted to talk to her to help her find John. They basically caught him in a lie, but basically he wanted Marlena to basically help him out with his son, but he can keep custody of his son. And basically Marlena was down the door till they realized Orpheus was lying to them. So basically Orpheus for to get arrested again, but get back out again. All these common criminals managed to get out at the same time. It always funny that how Vivian get a pardon to get out of prison, and now all of a sudden Orpheus out making bombs trying to sell them to the highest bidder on the black market, and also John was trying to stop them and got caught up in this mess where this fake storyline of where John, can we find John? So basically, they caught Orpheus in the lie, basically called him out for him. They going back home. The eyes say all over it. Hopefully they get to the bomb in time, and basically the rat race continue with John. That's basically how it's going. Basically, that was all that happened this week that was interesting. I mean, I knew the secret was going to come out about Philip and Vivian, but I didn't expect it to be this type of juicy. I wasn't expecting Vivian thirsty behind for money to come out and just say it out like that, but she did. Vivian did her big goodbye. She did her big one, and I ain't mad at it at all. It needed to come out. Now we needed Sarah to come out about Sarah, and we'll be golden and Gucci. I thought for sure Alex was going to tell, because the way he told Philip off about this whole situation, and he ain't too keen on keeping the secret. I thought Alex was going to tell it all, but Alex didn't get the chance to. Vivian basically felt betrayed by Philip and basically told it all. So basically that's all what happened on your weekly days events and your recap. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all later. Enjoy the rest of y'all night. Have a good weekend. Happy Easter to y'all, and I'll catch y'all later. Bye.